So I wanted to make a quick little video talking about Young Posse's debut because nobody is really discussing just how inappropriate and nasty it was. Young Posse is DSP Media's new girl group who debuted a few days ago with the track Macaroni Cheese. I've talked about the company a couple of times in the past few weeks and I have mentioned the new girl group a few times. I immediately knew I wanted to stay far from them just based on the direction they seem to be going. They performed at like this little company festival thing, and I believe at the time somebody already confirmed that the group had a few minors in it, so my interest just kept plummeting. I forgot about the group until a few weeks ago when the unique promotions for their debut generated some buzz online. For example, their promotion schedule was designed to look like a menu, their track list was a receipt, they had random key ingredients alongside member teasers. It was nice. All of that kind of came to a halt when it was confirmed that they had minors in the group and revealed that the youngest member was 13 years old. Once again, it was back to not hearing about them at all. But some way, somehow, the group found their way on my timeline following the release of their debut, and I was not amused.
Macaroni cheese, I got macaroni cheese. Macaroni cheese, I got macaroni.
Their debut single, Macaroni Cheese, is a dull trap track with whispered raps and talk singing hooks, featuring butchered AABE, reminiscent of the sounds and colors artists like XG and Little Cherry allegedly bring to the music industry. So it was no surprise to see people ranting and raving about it. The track, and by extension the group and their identity, have drawn comparisons to everything silly, camp, and quirky like Orange Caramel and Crayon Pop, to unhinged and unconventional like NCT, because it's just so different and unheard of for an artist to make a fun, repetitive song related to food accompanied by odd visuals. Right, like we've never seen that before. Anyway, a relatively overlooked aspect of their debut is the lyrical content of the track in relation to the ages of the girls. Now, I know I mentioned earlier that people did jump the company for the young ages, but for some reason it's like we had a mass case of amnesia, like a collective case. Just so we're on the same page, the members' ages in order from oldest to youngest are 19, 19, 17, 16, 13, and that's if my math doesn't fail me. The youngest member is 13 years old. The oldest members are freshly 19, and for their debut they're singing an innocent song about macaroni and cheese. Not quite. One look at the English lyrics on this song and you'll start comparing their debut to New Jeans' Cookie. I don't know how accurate the English translation of the Korean sections are because of this lyric, and I just know that's not what those girls are saying. But there are suggestive lyrics literally in English that read, "Drop it on my body and come and taste it," or "I just want it hot but don't make my body," whatever that means. The Korean parts translate to, "You're already in my mouth and 365 all day in your mouth." You can say that it's literally just about mac and cheese being good and them expressing their love, but I'm really not giving anybody in that industry the benefit of the doubt, especially since they just tried to convince us last year that "I want to see you taste it" meant they want to watch you listen to their music. Right. Additionally, it can be said that some of the shots in the music video with the added context of the lyrics can also be seen as odd, but I think you determine that. For me, I'm leaning towards it's quite odd. But hey, the members themselves participated in writing the song, so that makes it better, especially in comparison to Cookie, right? Not really. 4 adults contributed to the lyrics, but either way, there is no justification for this. An adult with a working brain should have stepped in the situation and prevented a song like this from being created, greenlit, and released by a bunch of minors. Well, actually, a smart adult would have dropped them back off at whatever daycare they were picked up from. But let's ignore that, right? If a minor was walking this line between simply describing their love for mac and cheese and suggestive lyrics and they're in your care, I don't know, I think you could probably correct that. Shocker, I know, right? People can actually step in and do things. I wonder why this aspect of the debut has pretty much flown under the radar. Whenever I look up the song, the only thing I see is people calling it troll, saying fun K-pop is back. Like, one, y'all can't be that starved and deprived of quirky music and trap beats to just eat up anything. But like, what about the other thing? You know, the lyrics. I can't help but think it's intentional. Like, for starters, the English lyrics or translations aren't even available on the music video, so you definitely have to go out of your way to look up just regular lyrics, but like the English translation also isn't gonna be out right away, you know. But I think like it being overly camp and unserious, with the intro of the song being one of the members just reading Wikipedia's description of mac and cheese, and its repetitiveness and such, like all of that just feels like it's intended to mask the true intent. Call me a conspiracy theorist, I don't know. Even though some of the lyrics are in English, this isn't as blatant and brazen as Cookie was. Like, just comparing the music videos, the point often brought up about Cookie is that for a majority of the video, there weren't any Cookie or CDs for that matter. Like, there's only one little section of that music video where you see bits of Cookies in a CD, but that's only if you're somehow able to get through a bunch of elementary school kids looking into the camera like that, you know. Like, and on top of there being no Cookies, there's no baking, there's no real references to what they're telling you that the song is about. But with macaroni cheese, you can't go more than 10 seconds without seeing something related to the dish. They're in the microwave, they're boiling in a pot, they're in a random cheese cave. Like, it's a song about macaroni and cheese, right? There's also no being that they refer to. Like with New Jeans, they specifically say boy.
You want it, you can get it if you want it. 네 목소리를 더 들려줘, boy. But you know, but you know, but you know I'm 레시피는 없어 딴 데서는 못 찾아.
Although they're trying to convince you that they're singing to all of their fans, the collective fandom, all the bunnies. Here they might say y'all, but like the context that it's used in is much different, you know, if you read the lyrics.
먹다 보니 막가야야야. Got me so crazy, I wanna shake it.
At the end of the day, the track is full of innuendos and it's very inappropriate for children to be singing about. It's disgusting, and every adult involved, including their parents, because they need to start getting whacked too, will be going to hell. Anyway, that's all. What did you think about the debut? Am I crazy, or do you get what I mean? Like, I don't know. Let me know. Bye.